Hey, welcome back YouTube. We got a game here against Zoro. Kinemon starting first. This game, I remember my starting hand was kind of crazy. Not in a good way or a bad way, but it was just interesting. I have two 8-cost Odens in hand, 2 Beiges, and 1 Apu. So I have 0 early game. I did start first, so I can play the Odin on curve. So that would be good against his Whitebeard, but there's really nothing I can do in the beginning. So I'm just going aggressive. So 2 down to leader and 7,000 to his life. He's probably thinking, why am I going life so early? Well, that's the reason. He's going to go 6,000 to leader. We're just going to take that. Hopefully draw into some early game cards. I see an Okiku in hand. That beige, I guess I could have blocked his attack. But I guess this way, at least he uses his Vista early. If he didn't have the Vista, the beige would have stuck at least, but he had it, so that's what it is. It's going to go 7,000 to leader again. I could have just stacked more onto that, but if he was going to counter out of it, I wanted to give him a chance to draw some more cards out of his hand. But now he's at 3 life. I summon out the Okiku. If it sticks, I can have some kind of board presence until 7 Dawn turn. So he has 6 remaining Dawn left. 2 bodies on board. If he does choose to go all to my face, I'll have a trouble countering out of it, because I probably don't have any counters in hand except the 1 Apu. So he's going to go 5 to face with the Dawn. I have the 1k counter with the X-Drake. He's going to go 5 with Vista. Gonna block that, and then he's gonna send more. He's gonna summon the Brook to send 2 more Dawn to leader and 8,000 a leader. So now his board is pretty full. I got Okiku. I'm gonna attack with leader and Okiku to clear out 2 of his cards. Then I play out the Odin. So now that I made it to the end game, I could kind of play the game. You see in my hand I have 2 more Odins now. I think I drew another one off start of the turn. Not very ideal, because if Zoro does end up just going face, I would just lose. So he's at 8 Dawn, 1 Dawn on leader, 1 Dawn on to Brook to attack life for 5,000. Or it might just be to attack Okiku. Yep. I could have saved it, but I'm thinking I should let it go just so I could summon out the second Odin. He plays Uta to get a Dadan from the graveyard and plays it to search. It's kind of hard for me to keep clearing his board. I don't have enough units to attack with. But my game plan here is just to stay aggressive, just because I have so many Odins. I just need to keep attacking face. Next turn, he's going to be at 10 Dawn, so he has the option to play Whitebeard. So if he plays Whitebeard, it'd be a lot tougher for me to win the game. He picks up a chopper from his Dadan. He has no Dawn left. I just need a clear board. So I clear the Brook. I have 10 Dawn. I have 9 Dawn. I'm going to attack 8,000 to leader. If he counters out, that'd be great, but there's no reason to. He's getting pretty low on life. So I'm at 9 Don. If I use 7 to summon Odin, I have 2 left. I can play some blockers. If I have any. Here I play Bonnie for the 2 Don that I have remaining. Looks like there's a Pooh and a couple blockers. Here you gotta make sure that you tell the opponent that you activated Kinemon effect before playing the Bonnie. So this way the floating effect is active. So the next 3 cost or higher Wano Country card I summon is reduced. So I take on a Pooh. I'm going to summon the Odin for 7. And now my board is pretty good. He'll probably want to clear out the Bonnie, so that's 1 blocker for me. The Odin, he could try to attack. And if he does, I think I'm okay with it just because I could bring out the Okiku and start controlling his board as well. He's at 10 Don. He already used 2 Don, 1 for leader and 1 for Otama, so it seems like he's going to jet pistol. Nope. He's just going to attack into the Odin. He's going to attack into the Odin for 6. I'm pretty sure the only counter I have is that 2k counter I just drew. So I counter out of that. It's going to 6 to Odin again. And this time it's going to go, so summon out that Okiku. I'm just checking my deck right now to see if I have any triggers. I do play 2 Punk Gibson to double check if it's in my life. Doesn't look like it is. He's going to clear the Bonnie. And now he has 8 Don left. 1 for the Nami. And he gets the jet pistol. And he's going to use that to take out the Okiku. And 1 for chopper. So his board is already replenished. Still has a bunch of cards in hand because he wasn't countering her out of anything. I have 3 life, he has 2. So I do have to do some board clearing. I'm at 10 Don, so I can actually swing, restand Odin, and still play another Odin. So I'm 8,000 a leader. Either he takes life or he blocks it with the chopper. If he doesn't block with chopper, I can potentially rest it later on. So I summon out the 3rd Odin. Funny enough, I think there's the 4th one in hand. So I just haven't been drawing anything good. So he plays out the Whitebeard now. His leader's boosted 2,000. He's at 7,000 leader. He could put 1 on leader and swing at the Odin to try to KO it, knowing that I 2,000 countered last turn. And I do counter out with the Momo. I think I drew that last turn. So he has that 1 life, 1 blocker. His board is pretty wide. I'm thinking of going for game right now. His hand is pretty big, so as long as even if I don't win, I can draw out as many cards as I can from his hand. So I think I'm gonna go for game. I use 4 Don to summon the Yamato. In hindsight, I'm thinking that might be a misplay, just because that 4 Don, instead of resting a blocker, I could use that 4 Don, 1 to put on Odin and 3 to restand Odin. And that way, he can choose to block or he can choose to draw out counters, and at the same time it's still the same. I still get that 1 extra swing. So 8,000 the leader, he's going to 2k counter, and then I'm just going to double swing with 11,000 with Odin, with 2 cards left in hand. So he takes the first one. The second one, with his super large hand, he's just going to counter out of it. to going back to what I was saying before, if I, instead of using the 4 Dawn for Yamato, I could have used 3 Dawn to restand the first Odin and also have that 1 extra Dawn on him. So it'd be 2 9,000 swings and then 2 11,000 swings. Or even just split them up and have 4 10,000 swings. One of them he'll probably block with the chopper, and then at least this way he could also spend more cards countering out. So he's thinking whether or not he has to go for game. Just the fact that he has no life, I think I forced him into a corner that he has to go for game. Just based on his board, he does have 3 attackers, maybe 4 attackers. He already attacked once with his leader, so he just needs to land 3 more attacks to win. I'm thinking I'm at a pretty good state, even though I have no counters in hand. But he plays a Magura, he pluses 3,000 to his Nami. So now his Nami's 7,000. And I'm getting a little scared now because if I don't draw into counters from life, I could be in trouble. But actually the last 2 life I took were Izos. So I was thinking I was going to be at a pretty good point. But he ends up playing another Magura. So his Otama is 1,000 from leader, 3,000 from Magura, and then 5 Dawn. So he has that 9,000 to life. I'll take that, and he swings with Whitebeard, and I have to take that as well, and that's game. Those Maguras are just too darn efficient. Thanks for watching.